Hey everyone, hi! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Simbunji and today I have got Look What I've Found, episode 2 from 2022. The results on the table here are the results from week 2 of 2022. I think it's self-explanatory. I've just been trying to test what I call the Simbunji Hypothesis. Now, the Simbunji Hypothesis states that people are more likely to spend coins of more than face value over Christmas, New Year's, and any other cultural event seasons around the world due to usually, let's say, alcohol probably has a little bit to do with it because you just don't know what you're spending. Sometimes it's just you got to pay the bills, so you'll spend something, or sometimes you're genuinely leaving a tip for someone and they don't realise what you're tipping them. People are more inclined to go out. You might be short on cash to pay the paper boy, the guy who delivers your milk, or woman, whoever delivers the milk in your area. You might want to leave some money out for them so you can get something over the Christmas, New Year period, but you might be a little bit short on change, so you just use whatever you've got. So I'm testing the hypothesis that people spend more of the not intended for circulation coins and coins that they don't realise their value of over those periods. So what I've been doing, the first week I did the same as this week. I've gone through $500 worth of $1 coins, that's 500 of them. I've gone through $200 worth of 50-cent coins, and I've gone through $100 worth of 20-cent coins. 50-cent coins and 20-cent coins have generally not been my specialty, or a kind of coin that I like to collect a lot of. I know that there are so many varieties, and look, aesthetically, I just don't really like the 50-cent coin, and it's big and clunky, so I've never got into it. But there are advantages of collecting 50-cent coins, because last year I managed to noodle a round 50-cent coin from 1966, which is 80% silver, and that would count towards the silver stacking challenge, let's say, trying to get a kilogram of silver coins within the year 2022. 20-cent coins, just not really my specialty again, but I'm finding ones a little bit too easy and twos too easy. 10s and 5s, I really like them. I can spend hours just noodling through the smalls and the weirds, looking for the really minute errors and flaws. Look, apologies for the light today. I'm just working with nature and you can't really turn it on and off. Right, so week 2 of 2022, what have I found? Let's test the Simbunji Hypothesis. And down under this nice picture of Kakadu National Park here I've already chosen coin of the week. You can look at everything else I've got here and you can say that I'm wrong, but it belongs in the 20-cent row, and I didn't want to mess up with the flow of the video. It's going to mess with what I'm doing. So let's start with at the beginning, right? Look what I found. Episode 2. What did I keep? I kept 2 of the 2019 Jody Clark effigy platypus 20-cent coins, because they are currently the second lowest minted platypus that was minted for circulation following the 1985. And I kept 1 of the 2021, just because I don't have many of them. They're probably going to be a high mintage coin, but until I find that out for sure, I'm keeping it. And I found myself 2 of the New Zealand Kiwis. I do love these coins and I always keep them anyway. So I've got there a 79 and an 87. Kept those. 2001. I got the 3 Centenary of Federation coins. The ACT coin, which is, I've got 2 of there in varying condition. That one there on the right is worse than that one there in the middle. And they have a mintage of 2.1 million each. They're reasonably hard to find now. And I found 1 WA. and that's in decent order, so I'll keep that. I just don't find many of them. Oh, it's hot in the sun. I'm going to have sweaty hands. Good time for show and tell, right? Putting fingerprints all over my nice coins. 2013 Centenary of Canberra. Kept that one. Keep that one there for last. I did keep this is the wedding of Kate and Wheels, but it's just in high grade. I really hate this coin. I think it's probably my least favourite coin out of all the coins, and hate's a very strong word. I just think that the effigy there of Catherine Middleton, that depiction of her, is really horrendous, and she doesn't look anything like that. You can kind of tell that that's Wheels, but oh gosh. Nope. I would be annoyed if someone put me on a coin and I looked like that. Anyway, it's a nice quality coin as far as grade, so I kept it. And also in the 20 cents, I found this one. So this is awesome. This is the Unknown Soldier. Hang on, I'll get it to focus. Unknown Soldier from 2015. So these were a coin that came through with some of the newspapers in Australia. And the mintage on this one, I think, from looking it up online, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because I've had a look at a few different sites and it varies, but I think it's around the 297,000 mark. So that's not very high mintage and great to find a not intended for circulation coin. That's the 20 cent coins over. 50 cent coins. What did I find? I found 3 of the 2019 Jodie Clark effigy coat of arms. Their mintage was on the Royal Australian Mint website stated at 70,000, and then it's been revised, it's been lifted after the last report to 870,000. It'll probably go up. Wait and see. Still, I haven't got many of those. I've got more of the JCs than I do have the Ian Rank Broadleys, the IRBs. And this is 2020, and I was pretty stoked to find this one actually, because the 2020 50 cent coin mintage is at 720,000. And they seem to be popping up a lot less frequently in noodles that I've been watching around the country, so let's call that one, keep an eye on it. So that's a definite keeper for me. Found 2 of the 1988 Tall Ships design, which is the, well, it's always a favourite, but as you can see, one is in better grade than the other. But I'll keep them both for now. Like I said, it's never a bad week of noodling when you find a ram's head, the 1991. It's the 25th anniversary of decimal currency. And that one's not in bad grade. I kept one Charles and Diana wedding, commemorative 50 cent from 81, just because of the grade. Two 2001 Centenary Federation coins, which are in, you know, they're okay. Average grade, I think. Tasmania and Victoria. Eddie Mabo, I found 1 in week 2, so that's not a lot of Eddie Mabos in week 2 from the one bag at $200 worth. And I did find 1 Royal Visit. It's 2000, and it's a Vladimir Gottwald effigy and design. You don't see a lot of them. The mintage on the Royal Visit. Oh, what do we have on that one? Pop him down there and have a bit of a look. Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure I wrote it down here somewhere. Oh, yes, I did. 5.1 million. I've had to lend my my book to a new noodler, so I've had to write notes. Yeah, 5.1 million on those, so still low mintage and worth keeping. But in the 50-cent coin, let me just wipe my hands because it's so warm here in the sun. Okay, this was, I reckon, my pick out of the 50-cent coins. And this one here is coat of arms. Get it to focus. Yep, coat of arms. 2018. And you say, why is it so special? Because here we are again. This is, it doesn't have the cog teeth marks, but it is side for side comparison exactly the same as the other 50-cent coins that I've been finding. And I've got two from this same year now. I've got two 2018. So that was my pick of all the 50-cent coins, even though to most people it's probably worthless and not that interesting, but I'm trying to build up a collection of those. So that was my pick of the 50s. $1 coins. Well, this will be quick because I didn't find a lot in the $1 coins. Out of 500 coins, my keepings were very, very lean. But that's okay. I think coin of the week will probably make up for it. Let's have a look what I found. Great Australian Coin Hunt number 1. Arthur Royal Flying Doctors. And it's, you know, getting beat up. The condition of those ones are getting worse and worse. But then I found this International Year of Older Persons. Now, if I can get that to focus, yep. Look at the grade on that one. So that's why I kept it. 1999, super shiny. That one will go away into a folder. And the same with this Centenary of Women's Suffrage. Just the grade on it was worth keeping. The International Year of Older Persons coin here back on the floor here. That one there has a mintage of 29.3 million, and the Women's Suffrage coin mintage of 10 million. So reasonably high mintage coins, but after all these years to find them in these grades, put them aside. Great Australian Coin Hunt Series 2. I found 1R for redback spider, and I know that this is a popular coin with a lot of people. If I can get that to focus, I mean, it's a lovely coin, but he's got the biggest gouge. Can you just see above the spider? So that's a bit of a disappointment. Apart from that, it's in really good nick. So 1R for redback spider. And probably the pick of the $1. This is only the third 100 years of Qantas. So Qantas Centenary. This coin here, celebrating 100 years of Qantas, has a mintage, well, partial mintage of 600,000. So at this stage, they're about as common as your decimal currency changeover $1 coin. So I found 3 since they've come out. One I've sent for swap, and now I have 2 back in my possession. Yeah, they are not coming thick and fast. Definitely not. Is it a tourist dollar? Oh, I don't know. Now, on the Royal Australian Mint site, before I show you coin of the week, or you can just skip over this because I'm going to talk a heap of rubbish. If you're not interested, maybe I'll timestamp it to where you need to be. Look down in the notes. All right, so on the Royal Australian Mint site, and look, I've heard people using slanderous terms such as the really average mint, and yeah, I think I'm at the point where I'm going to have to agree. Constantly having to amend the mintage numbers and figures. If you look at the moment on the Royal Australian Mint website for mintage figures, which I use for most of my noodling and to make comparison to say the Renix book, which I purchased, paid money for, the figures in it aren't correct. And I have been in the past a little bit harsh on the Renix people for not editing and being more thorough with their figures and accuracy of numbers, because it never matched up with the Mint website. Well, maybe partially the blame should lay on the Mint. If you go to the Mint website right now and read under the $1 coin mintages, that's probably the easiest example I can give you. You can look at the pictures that have been put up by whoever has administrated the site and updated it. The image for the $1 coin Mob of Roos for 2022, they've used the 35-year of $1 coin Privy Mark photo. They've used the wrong picture. So it's as simple as that. You can just see that, come on, like it's wrong. And in previous years, they have used asterisks to denote if there is a partial mintage. This year, they've used a double asterisk to let people know if they've amended a mintage, and generally that means, like in the case of the 50-cent coin for the Indigenous languages, they have amended the mintage down from a previous figure. So it was higher than it is now, and they've taken it back down to only 2 million. Okay, fine. If you're going to use a double asterisk and you've put footnotes saying that's what we're doing, cool. But the consistency of the messaging is really, really hard to follow, because in previous years, partial mintage of any coin on the site had 1 asterisk next to it. This year, you look through the pages and there are no 1 asterisks, so do you assume that everything is fully produced? No, I don't think you do. I don't think we should. And if you go back to the $1 page on the Mint website for the RAM, there are certain areas that are in bold type. So the current figures for, say, the Qantas coin, this one here, the current figures are in bold. Does that mean they're partial figures? Same for, what have we got? Partial mintage for, the partial mintage with the Qantas, probably 600,000. And then the 2020 and the 2021 $1 coins have bold type in the table. So is that an indication of partial figure, or is that just an error again on the person putting the information up on the website? And lastly, it is a government-ish website. It's, government run. It's a representative of the Royal Australian Mint, apparently, but the grammar is bloody atrocious. The blurb underneath the Qantas $1 coin says, celebrating a 100 years of Qantas. A 100 years of Qantas? No, that's terrible grammar, and it really bugs me, right? So don't annoy the coin collecting community. We people, we love stats, we love figures, we love numbers, we like accuracy. Please lift your game. So maybe Renix weren't that bad all along. Maybe it's just the information they're being given by the Mint is wrong. And that's why I don't like to quote mintage figures for new coins that come out. And when I buy a book, I still go back and recheck online to make sure that the figures are correct, so I'm not using the wrong stuff. Okay, rant over. So it was about, 19 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to show you coin of the week. Coin of week 2. This is exciting. Okay, have you guessed what coin of the week is? If it's in the 20-cent line here, what could it be? I'm sorry, the sun is setting and I can't change that, so the lighting isn't as great. Kakadu is currently going through a bit of a sunset. 20-cent coin, noodled from circulation. Absolutely stoked. It is the first one I have in my collection. not something I've set out to collect, but I've got one. Ready for the big unveil. Unveil? No. Revealing. Whatever. I'm going to show you what I found. It's a reveal. Unveiling? I don't know. Rightio. What did I find in a bag of 20-cent coins that have been returned to the bank? It's a 1943 Australian florin. And I'm absolutely stoked because this is 925 silver. So this counts towards the silver stacking challenge. Woohoo! So this coin, well, it apparently contains 10.46 grams of silver. It passed off as a 20-cent coin when it went through the coin counting machine. It's about the same size. It's about the same thickness as a 20-cent. Someone spent that over Christmas. Thank you very much. I had a look at some of the recent eBay sale prices because I don't think the listing prices are a good indicator of what they're worth. But recent sales, okay, they're a bit all over the place, and I think because of the silver content, this coin's value goes in line with the silver content. Recent sales prices, $14, $10, $32, $19. So, you know, somewhere around there. And when I did yesterday, I weighed up the coin and I looked at the silver price, spot price, and yeah, I worked it out yesterday. The silver spot price was around $1.089 Australian dollars per gram. And so yesterday, if I was just to melt this coin down and sell it just for the bullion weight, I would get $11.39. So when I look at the eBay prices, and some people had sold it for $14 and $10, far out, you're nearly getting a steal there. So this is part of my silver stacking. I don't know how I'm going to find a kilogram of silver coins in a year. That's absolutely absurd and a little bit, but I've weighed this one up, okay. So this one here weighs, well, supposedly 10.46 grams, and that's the grams of silver in it. If I'm going to get a kilogram of silver in a year, I only need to find another 95 florins in a whole year while noodling. So I've got 52 weeks. I'm in week 2. I've got to find nearly 2 a week. Don't know if it's possible, but it's a funny idea. It's better than just buying random stuff. So I'm going to have to beg, borrow, or steal my way towards the 1 kilogram of silver. So I'm going to call that one there steal because I paid 20 cents for it from the bank. And those are my coins of the week. Thanks very much for watching and listening to my thoughts on what's going on in the coin collecting world. Any comments or corrections, please leave them below. Pick your favourite coin. Oh, and the Wiggles. The Wiggles won Triple J's Hottest 100 for this year with their cover of Tame Impala's Elephant. And I will put the link in the description to this video in case any of my international viewers haven't listened to the song. And they are a children's group for sure, and it's the first time the children's group has ever won the Hottest 100. It was probably a little bit of a surprise win, but it was a great cover, and since we're collecting Wiggles coins, I thought it was kind of relevant to mention it. Anyway, keep doing what you're doing, keep doing what you love, and I will catch you next time. Hope you find a florin.